Hi everybody, we're going to continue with the modules, Ansible built-in module. So we saw last class Ansible built-in file module. Next module, that's called copy module. So inbuilt copy, and I'm going to check the Ansible built-in copy module. Let's click that. Now we are in the Ansible built-in copy module. So this is the right place, right way to study. This is the latest document you can refer by the Ansible. Okay, so please practice everything from this documentation. Come to this, what is says that? So you can use again, instead of Ansible built-in copy, this either you use, or you can use the short form as a copy as a keyword, copy module. So copy a file from the local or remote machine, from local to remote machine. Try to understand. So for the source we have two options. Local machine is nothing, that's an Ansible control machine, the control node. Remote machine is manage node. Manage node who are the remote nodes, that's a manage node. To the local on the remote machine means destination we have one option, for the source we have two options. What do you mean by that? Let's understand the syntax before going for this module. This says that source will be, there is two things, source and destination. If you copy anything, you have two keyword. What will be the source? So source will be two. Either you copy from home, copy the file from the control machine. Okay, second, copy the file from the manage node, control machine or manage node, but destination always be either you copy from control machine or manage node, destination always manage. Clear? Means I have one control machine, that is the Ansible control machine where we are sitting. It's connected to the multiple manage node. Okay, so a file which is I have created in control machine, you can copy from here to all the machine. This is one step. That's very nice, because I have created here, I want to give to whom, it will be directly given to that system. Or second, you can copy from yourself, copy from yourself and you keep somewhere else in your system only. It's not that from one system to another system, not is going to happen. This is not
So
allowed.
everything will go via control machine, via controller.
Excellent, because you're going to communicate with your centralized system, and then from here you want to do communicate. So
Okay,
understand,
suppose
your source will be
Ashwin,
only the control machine, or you manage. If you do manage, your destination will be the manage, not other manage, yourself. Yes, questions.
okay, Ashwin, so suppose if we need anything on controller, I mean on the control machine, so will it be via some external source or manually?
Yeah, you want to bring something, because in the control machine you can do everything now. Yeah, this is connected to
So,
the your centralized
so it
system,
can't
like
be via. So,
DNS, you have connected with the TechAS, you have connected with the file
mhm.
system, you
Um,
connected with the TFTP, you connected with the FTP, you're connected with the SCP. This
or
device is
maybe.
connected to everyone. You bring the things here, and from here, because this device, your authenticated device in the system, in
Right.
production environment, from here you want to copy anything, distribute, you can distribute to all the machine, right?
Or maybe via other controller if it is connected via other
Yeah, if
controller.
you can be multiple control, you may be
Okay.
multiple control. Because like in current organization, I have every region, every geographical region having the, we have netget, so I can copy to netget, and from netget I can distribute to any device, because netget is a It's authenticated in the,
Yes.
yeah, create. So in your control machine, so create the concept, you understand, we have source either myself or my manage node, but the destination always going to be manage node. So let's understand the documentation. This is the first part, you understand. And you can use this is that you can use this also, fetch instead of copy. That's the other style. Instead of you using the Ansible built-in copy, you use Ansible built-in fetch. Okay, so if you see the fetch, you should not understand, oh my god, what is this module. And for the window machine, if your target is not Linux, is a window machine, then you can use this module for the copy, ansible.window.win hyphen copy module. This is for if your target means manage nodes are a window, you can use this plugin. So you have all the plugin over here. Now, so what is the parameter? The required parameter I have to understand. What is the required parameter? I can see here path. Path is a again required parameter. And path having, the path says that you need path. For that you need the source. src is the keyword. src is a keyword. src is a keyword. dest is the keyword. The same keyword you supposed to use. Destination and source, you need to use this keyword. And the parameter, you can see other parameter, nothing is mandatory, only the path and the source. And this, let's see the examples. So I will come to, again we have example for them, what playbook. So you can see lots of example. Copy the file owner permissions, and this same things is given here. So you can see they have given source as a path, destination as a path, and something called remote source. So let's understand the keyword remote source. What do you mean by remote source? So remote source, the keyword, sorry, keyword remote source. What is it? You have to remember this keyword remote hyphen src, because we don't know which source. We have source as a two option, either control machine or either manage node. So you have to define who will be the source. If you are not going to define this source, so they're going to go for the default. They're going to go for the default option. So who will be the default option? So default option is nothing. If you are not going to use this flag, if you do yes this, so remote source yes means control system, it's not going to be source. Your manage node going to be source. Okay, means you're going to copy the file from your system within your system. Matlab ye you going to copy from your home directory wherever you want, like on desktop, or you want to your different folder on trash bin, or anywhere, or you want to in pictures, or you want to in video, wherever you want to copy that, or downloads, you can do that. Okay, let's do this. Okay, understand guide. Default, if I am not going to use the parameter remote source, yes, if not enable, then it's going to be default one, that's the control machine. If you're going to enable this parameter, it's going to source going to change, and it's become the machine itself himself. So I'm going to use right now, come to the lab, let's understand by doing this. So let's create one file to me on the control machine. So I'm going to create one file and clear the screen. Okay, are you able to see here? Now from here, I want to create one file. So I'm going to create file for 29th Jan 2022, one file .txt, and I will give, sorry, let me create and save that. It will be great. So I'm going to use read. Okay, cat. So now I'm going to give the content this is file to copy from control machine to manage node. Okay, let's see it's work well. Okay, I wrote some content, that's all, and then do control C. Now I can see my file is ready with the 29 some tx. Okay, so I have created one file. I want to copy this file. This is the file to copy from CM to manage node. Let's see its work fine. So I want to copy this from the control machine to the manage node, this file on each and every manage node. Let's see this file is available first every system or not. We know this, I have already deleted that file, so I want to check using this is the file I want to check on the system, and this supposed to be non-zero output, the error supposed, the output, there is no file is failed, the output that there is nothing available on the system. 101, 102, 12 and 11, all the information. Let's copy this file. This time I'm not creating, I'm copying from here with the content to all this. So this time I'm going to use the Ansible hosts. So how many hosts you want to model? So I'm going to copy with the argument. What will be the argument? So the copy module, you use the copy module. Now you're going to use the attribute. So we have source as a key. So this is where I want to copy this from control machine. So control machine, where it is, this is in, we have file this in where, that is in home directory. We have this file we have in a home directory. Source is my control machine, because I'm not going to give the remote source any attribute as a remote source. So by default is going to become copy from my node to the destination. Who is the destination? So same way you pass the parameter destination. I want in the where home directory. So this time I'm not going to give the path or file, because it's going to copy, it's not going to create. That's all I want to copy in this folder. Okay, on the home directory folder, that's all. And I'm not going to pass any attribute here. Okay, and I will authenticate system. So we will see the output, what's going to happen. So you see that the output, every file that's called destination, this is home directory, they copy this. The source is this. Source is telling the, here you understand this Ansible template as a source. So Ansible template is a default. So who is the default? Control machine. So whenever you see the Ansible temporary file from source, so means your control machine. Okay, guys, everyone understand? Clear? Okay, now what I want to do, let's see these are available on the system or not on each and every system. Now I can see the result will not come with the error, it's coming content. See, I want to see the this really same thing is copied or not. So what is the command? The cat command, you can going to see cat command, cat of this file, cat this file. I'm going to use this, and let's see the same result going to come. Yes, this result are coming same. This is the file to copy from CM2. See that? Well, so all the system having the with the same file what we created on the control machine. Okay. So in the one shot you can distribute this on each and every system. That's
Okay, so
awesome
Ashu,
module.
in this case, the source was our Ansible template and the destination was our home directory, right?
Yeah, that's a default. That's a default, right? We have created this file on the control machine.
Okay, so
Now,
the
yeah. Yes.
Okay, so the destination is home directory, but we are checking this on manage node. So like
Yeah.
how this is faced?
Yes, by default, if you run this command, you are in the home directory. As soon as you log in any system, you fall into the home directory. That's why we are able to see that. Okay, let me
Okay,
get to your next time. I'm going to change the directory. Then I will show you. Okay.
okay,
This is the output from home directory of every system. That's
okay.
stored in the
Yeah,
home directory
understand.
because I have
Mhm.
given.
Understand. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay,
Okay,
great. Now come to, I want not going to copy from a central machine. They're going to copy within that machine. From their home directory, this file supposed to go. What is my objective? Let's understand objective. What is now I'm going to do? I want to enable this. I'm going to enable, let me use the green one. And now new objective. New objective is I'm going to enable this one. This says that your source going to be the manage node and destination will be your manage node. Means within your system it's going to copy. So right now the file is 29 Jan 2020 2022. This is in your home directory. Okay, I want to copy this file with a different name. That's a challenge. I'm going to give you a challenge of the 30 Jan. Now I'm going to change the name. Okay, that's file name dot 30 Jan txt with the new name, with the new folder, like in desktop. I want to install in the desktop. Then I want to check what is the output. Okay, so from the home directory with a different name, I'm going to copy. So can I do that? Let's see that. So objective create, what I'm going to do. So this time we have to, within the system we have to do. So you can see there's no file. We have to check for that. No file available. Like what are the file available in desktop rather than changing. I want to change each and every host machine. What are the file available on the desktop? What will be the, so you have to use top. Okay, so I want to see what are the file available on the desktop. Now I given the right path. So let's see what are the file available. You can see I'm not able to connect, means there is no directory called desktop on the server. There is no directory called, okay, there is no directory called desktop, but on the PC 102 and 101 we have called desktop. So honestly that's true, right guys, everyone?
yes.
Yes. So I'm not worried
Ashwin,
this command going to, but I don't see any file called 20, means 30 Jan. There's no file called 30 Jan. 27 Jan having, 30 Jan we don't have. Let's do this lab. So Ansible, please go on mute if, please go on mute guys.
Ashwin, I have a question.
Ah yes. Yes, tell me.
There are multiple management, right? So if we want to check on specific manage node, so we can check for the only one that particular.
Don't get you multiple
Like
management in the
there is a
was.
control, there is one controller and on a multiple manage node, and we have to check for specific manage node file. So we can check.
Yeah, yes. Okay, great. Okay, got it. So I want to check manage node. Suppose for one or two, we checked for all the manage node is given the output for. If you want to do instead of this class, you use that specific name. Like I want to use 160, 192.168 dot 56.102. I want to check for this only. Okay, I can check that. Then this is my inventory. You can change your inventory. That's an easy one. Cell
Okay, so we have
command.
to put IP address for that particular manage node.
Yes, for IP address
Oh,
or host name. If the host
okay.
resolution is running on you, of course, production seats, everything is running. So you can use this. Let's see that. I'm going to show you. So, or you can create a new class for 10 device, 5 device. You asked me for only for one, so I can do checks. That's why ad hoc command is in play, guys. No need to create the any play. You can use this for one single system, and you can plan your deployment before creating any play. This is very ad hoc command is a useful. You can test your things. So this is only for this device out. Clear?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Now go on mute. Let me do the copy from different, means we have home directory with the 29th, and then what we are going to, I'm going to use the module. Let me use this module cell instead of cell, uh, copy module. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change source will be this is the destination, source. The destination going to be changed as a home directory to the desktop. So for server it's a fail because there is no desktop. Okay, but for the PC 102 and 101 we can see the output supposed to be successful. And then I'm going to give the new name as a, I took this, sorry, this. So the renaming, so not only going to copy, do the rename, copy and rename. So copy module support your rename also. So I'm not only copying, I'm copying this from source this and destination this. But if I will hit enter, they will by default take the Ansible as a source. You have to take care. I have to enable the flag called remote, that is called remote source equal to yes. Now you will see your source will be no more template, Ansible template. Now it's going to be become yourself. Okay, so let's see that. So understand the syntax. Oh, it's a failed for the 1112. What we are expecting, because this folder does not exist in the server, that is 1112. But what about 102, 101? We have succeeded that. The destination is, you see that the desktop January 30 January. The same content copy from the source is in no more template. No more template. So now it's a source itself is a managed node. So you can see that, guys, everyone. So let's check it out whether really copy to that. I'm going to check the content. So instead of this, I'll check the content as a host, because I will see in the single command with all the output. I'm using this, and I want to see this file is there, and instead of looking, I want to see the content rather than looking on that. We'll check the content with the 30 Jan. So only the rename happened, but the remaining all the things are same. The output. So you can see the 1112 file we as expected, but we have content on 101 on the desktop content. This is file copy. Now questions, guys. We will move to the next module.
Okay,
Any
Ashwin, one
questions?
question. Yes, yes. Okay, Ashwin, when we define the remote source as a yes, so that means that is we are copying somewhere from manage nodes, right?
Yes, you are copying
Okay,
map from manage node and
okay.
pasting
So,
on the manage node itself with the different folder. Means within the
okay,
system you are doing.
okay. So suppose if I have to copy something from manage node 101 and need to paste it or the copy it on manage node 102. So in that condition, where to define those manage node like from 101 to 102?
No, 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 no. No, this is not option available. Means there is something called, if you start peer-to-peer communication, there is no way to audit you. You can transfer anything from anywhere. No, you have centralized system. If you are bringing, you have to send to the centralized system. Then
Okay,
from
that
centralized systems
yes, yes,
positive.
that part I understand, that like everything should be on your controller, and then it would go to the your
Otherwise, you're going
managed
to
mode.
bypass your controller.
Then that will be the different case if we bypass the controller. So
Yes.
that will be the different case.
Okay.
Right.
So within your system, you have to copy paste, because we don't know how secure this documentation. You can't move the
Mm.
file here and environment in the any organization. That's very important. That's an assert for. So there is authenticate means centralized system. You copy paste, upload. Okay. So should I move to the next module?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to share this PDF, don't worry about that. So next module, we have anyone in the list, do you remember? So we have done the file, we have done the user. We have
The user.
user, that is called something user. That's a very simple one. You want to create more user with the different attributes. What are the attributes? User, maybe the user having name, of course they have password. I'm not worried about the password right now. I will show you the very bare minimum. We need the name, and then you need anything you want to give them, different type of credential. We will see that what are
Privilege
the
level.
attribute we have.
Do we need to
Yes,
define the privilege level under the user? Like,
yes, so you can add the attribute, but we will do the very short
okay,
testing over here. So how you going to check the modules? So again, you have to go on the search and just you click the user. Okay, actually we will see the power. Today I want to introduce only the means um, means the modules. Later on we will see the powerful stuff in the playbook. So how it's really power. So I'm going to write is module, the user. It's not coming. I want to see
Wait,
inbuilt.
search with ansible.builtin.user.
Okay, that's the one, right? So Ansible, guys, this is how much you going to explore. That's going to help you build an user. Thank you, Nikhil. Okay, great. So you can use same thing for the setup also. So come to the Ansible built-in user. So everything you follow the documentation, no need to make any notes. So here again you can use the keyword as a user, and what is the required parameter? That's mandatory. That's a name. At least you give the remaining all the optional parameter, and then any attributes, just I will use one attribute. You can see the examples, that's again the playbook examples, but you can see that you can create the user, you can delete the user. So I will create the user and I will delete the user. I will show you how. Okay, so and you can generate the sss key, ss password and blah blah. I'm not going to today. We're going to see one bare minimum one command, and we will move to the next interesting module that I want to train you. That's some apt and services. That's more important to understand. Let's quickly do and stop the recording for the day. So let's move to this. That's I want to create the user. So I will go for the, instead of this, I want to create the user. You go for the user module. Let me clear the screen. Are you able to see on the top of that? So the module called user, and the argument, let me remove this entire argument. So how you understand, wherever you see your the name, this is called, I'm not going to create, I use this module, and you can see this dictionary. There's a key and value, you have to use equal. Okay, you have to use equal. So I'm going to use only the two parameters, name and comments, nothing else. I want to see the what is the default attribute they created by default. Okay? So that's I want. Okay, so I'm going to pass the name equal to anything like user called asu123, created one user, then I will pass the comment. Comment is the admin user. So whenever you do this admin user, you have to pass in single, otherwise they will take understand two different word. Okay, so once you give this, then only they will understand the single word comment. I think it's the spelling mistakes. Let me see. Comment, there is a double comment. Yes. Okay, and the state equal to percent. Let me check whether this documentation gives this parameter or not. The absent and percent, whether the count should be exit or not, taking action if state is different from what is stated. So you have percent and absent, you have choice of that. So if it's a blue, if it's a, sorry, if it's a blue means the default, means it's a default. So if you not even use that, the syntax as a percent is going to work. Let's say I'm not going to use that. Okay, I did not use the default one. Okay, and okay, that's it. So let's pass this. So we don't have user also 1 2 3. Let's see what's going to be happened using the module. Okay, great guys, there's an error. Always error make us study. Let's understand what going to be happen. This says that message user add, yes, we are adding the user, permission denied, cannot logged etc, so try again later. You can't create, you need privilege access. So for privilege access, what you have to do, you have to become as a pseudo user. You have to become as a pseudo user. For that, you have to add your privilege, that is keyword called become. That is called become. What is the keyword? Everyone speak out. Become hyphen options. Become is a keyword by which you become the
Super user.
super user. Great. And then you're going to prompt for password, that's a capital K. Use capital K prompting password for the pseudo user, and small k is for the small k is a normal user. So let's do this. So I'm going to change my syntax here. Now we have user and password normal, so I'm going to use the become as a keyword as a pseudo. You become the pseudo, then prompt for the password, capital K for the pseudo password. Let's enter this. Now they prompt for the normal user, enter this. They asking for the become password, that's the SSH password. For sudo we have same password, I will keep enter if it's the same. If it's different, I keep both same, there's no meaning. So just enter. Now they accept as a pseudo privilege. Now they're going to create the user, and the state is by default is percent, means if you are not using, by default they took as a state as a percent. Now they have created the host name home, yes, and the comment is user admin, and who is the user, also 1 to 3 user created. Let's play again. I want to create same thing again, so this time they're supposed to give the green. Now it's already created, no need to create again, it's already there. Clear guys?
Yes,
Okay,
in this case, it didn't overwrite this because change is false.
yes, changes are false, it's already there, append. Changes appended. Now I want to delete because I don't want to keep extra burden on the system, multiple user. So I want to, what I will do, I will keep, I have to add the state here. I have to mention the state. What the state is? Absent. Sorry, absent. Okay, let me clear the screen. We are absent, so I'm going to remove this. So you need the credential of the page. So by this, and say we are removed. If you want to check, there is no user now. So here guys, so I'm going to stop recording here. We're going to see very important module, act and services, and we try to complete. That's very interesting. Bye bye. I will see you next class.